Alcohol is back on the agenda with concerns law changes designed to reduce harm have failed. The Justice Minister has already told us a review of the law is on the way. Today, the Prime Minister backed that assertion.
Local councils were empowered in the last law changes to try and better manage in line with their own community's desires. So we'll have to see whether or not that's worked as it's intended.
Our investigations suggest the answer is no. Tonight we can reveal part of the reason is because of concerns about decisions by district licensing committees as to who gets to sell or serve alcohol. The rules state a DLC commissioner must not have involvement or appearance of involvement with the alcohol industry to the extent that there would be a bias or appearance of bias. Māori Warden David Ratu made a complaint about Auckland DLC Commissioner Katia Fraser. She considers licence applications in Auckland, but also represents clients with interests in the alcohol industry in Hamilton and Christchurch.
They need to investigate that because that is so wrong. That is so wrong.
When Yankee Bourbon Limited in Christchurch faced stiff opposition from locals, police and doctors, Katia Fraser helped it to renew its bottle store licence.
Any sane person would look at that and say, oh my God, how can you be a commissioner and make decisions about the issuing of licences on one hand and then represent the applicant on the other? That is so wrong.
David Ratu's complaint about Katia Fraser was dismissed. We then learned that Auckland Regional Public Health had also complained. Then, when Newshub started asking questions, the situation suddenly changed. In a statement issued on Katia Fraser's behalf, Auckland Council told us while the member only worked for standalone operators, that member has now agreed not to undertake any further work for applicants while serving on the Auckland DLC. Lawyer Tanya Surrey works on the Christchurch DLC, but also acts for bars in Queenstown and other centres. She told me I do not consider a bias exists. And Napier DLC member Keith Price formerly owned 3 bars in Hawke's Bay, but told Newshub if there was any issue in terms of a conflict, I would declare that. But doctors feel there's another worry. They say their concerns are simply not getting traction at hearings.
The public health arguments, which are evidence-based, are not being listened to.
Are you saying public health's being ignored?
Yes.
I have confidence in our judiciary, in our judges to make the right decisions. I don't share the same confidence in everybody in the district licensing committees.
Peter Knight's in charge of ensuring licensed premises in Auckland comply with the law. He also opposes some applications at Auckland's DLC.
I do think there's areas where there is an imbalance on the decision making.
He also says there are cases where members of the public who have concerns are told they don't qualify to make objections.
And if we look at the Act in Section 3, it's got to be for the benefit of the community, and that's the part where I don't think they're addressing that.
And that, he says, is only contributing to more harm on our streets.